Hello everyone, it's time for another EU News Update. And just like every other month this year, we have a bit to go over. As usual, if you're interested in any of the merchandise that I bring up in this video, there will be links in the description to either buy or pre-order them. For anything you buy off Amazon, remember to go to smile.amazon.com to have a portion of what you spend, at no additional cost to you, donated to the Twin Suns Foundation, a charity dedicated to giving Star Wars books to schools and children's hospitals. Every little bit helps. In October, we got the physical versions of Jedi Knight Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Episode 1 Racer, and Republic Commando released in these combo packs for the PlayStation 4. On November 16th, the Jedi Knight Collection and the Racer and Commando combo will also be coming to the Nintendo Switch. If you haven't already downloaded these games digitally, you will soon be able to get them all in physical versions on modern consoles. In other video game news, the original Knights of the Old Republic video game is going to be ported to the Nintendo Switch on November 11th. And if I may be so bold to make a prediction, I'm guessing Knights of the Old Republic 2 will also probably be ported to the Switch sometime next year. And then I assume, shortly after that, both KOTOR 1 and 2 will also get one of these physical combo packs as well. However, I'm not sure when Aspyr Media will bring the KOTOR games to PS4. Hopefully sooner rather than later. In other KOTOR news, the Zaalbar 6-inch Black Series figure is now available. I got mine just shipped in the mail, and of course, he's beautiful. Though he could use a little trim, a splash of color, maybe a nice suit. And speaking of action figures, there are now images online showing the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars figures. Now in the Black Series, we got the Micro Series versions of Fordo, Mace Windu, and Grievous. They look okay, but you can really tell that there's a lot of recoloring old figures going on, instead of working on new molds. I wish they would put some more effort in making the figures look at least a little stylized, especially Grievous. On the Star Wars Books Facebook page, the new covers for the Essential Legends Collection Wave 3 have been revealed. Books in this line include Kenobi, Darth Plagueis, Wedge's Gamble, and Dynasty of Evil. And like the other two waves, with Shatterpoint and Rogue Squadron, Wedge's Gamble is going to receive an unabridged audiobook for the first time. Wave 3 is set to come out on April 5th, 2022. Also like the first two waves, I plan on getting all 4 of these books as well. And right now, I can only speculate on what's going to be released for Wave 4. In the Old Republic news, the 7.0 expansion, Legacy of the Sith, will come out sometime in the holiday season. You will travel to the planet Elam and examine a connection between ancient Sith ruins and relics stolen from the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. Darth Malgus has emerged from hiding and has stolen a curious selection of tomes, artifacts, and ancient documents from multiple sources. His recent theft from the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine was a relic so obscure that it was nearly forgotten by history. What he took and the role it plays in his plans remains a mystery. Master Vinor Tesh and Jedi Arn Paraloon learned the relic belonged to a Sith known as Darth Null. And though the Legacy of the Sith expansion is due to come out holiday 2021, the R4 Anomaly operation won't come out until January 2022, and it will be an 8-player operation only. Along with changing combat styles, SWTOR will be introducing legendary items to customize the playstyle of your character. Players will be able to equip 2 legendary items at a time. Each piece of legendary gear will have a unique effect that will enhance and improve various playstyles, and affect your stats in the same manner that gear does today. Implants will have a greater focus on utility improvements, while earpieces will be more skewed towards improving combat style power and effectiveness. No more needing to stack multiple pieces of gear in order to get a set's bonus effect, since it will be rolled into a single legendary item. Rather than having to collect up to 6 pieces of armor for legendary effects, you can focus on obtaining 1 or 2. Being freed from the restriction of set bonuses will also allow the freedom to mix and match armor to your heart's content, allowing you to customize your characters more than ever before, and without losing the effects and abilities you were accustomed to having previously. These changes to the Old Republic seem to be geared towards giving fans what they want, to customize the game in the way they want it to be, which I think is a great idea, especially if you want to keep it going for another 10 years. Speaking of which, another thing being done to commemorate the Old Republic's 10-year anniversary, Darth Malgus is going to be featured on a variant cover to Star Wars Insider issue 207 in December. It's cool that they're featuring the game, but unfortunately I don't think this issue will include a tie-in Old Republic short story. Otherwise, I would buy it in a heartbeat. On November 9th, Boba Fett is going to get his own trade paperback collection called Blood Ties, which features a ton of Boba Fett comics such as Blood Ties, Twin Engines of Destruction, Agent of Doom, and more. Also on November 9th, the Star Wars Insider Fiction Collection Volume 2 is being released. It was originally supposed to come out in September, then it got delayed to October, and now hopefully it's coming out this month. The Insider Collection Volumes 1 and 2 contain both Legends and new canon short stories that were originally published in the Star Wars Insider magazine. I don't know if we're going to be getting any more releases or announcements this year, but 2022 is already shaping up to be a massive year for Legends re-releases. On February 8th, like with the Old Republic comics, we're going to get another hardcover Marvel Omnibus called Rise of the Sith. It collects all the Dark Horse comics leading up to the Phantom Menace, like Jedi the Dark Side, Jedi Council Acts of War, the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon comics, the Darth Maul miniseries, the comic adaptation of Phantom Menace, and more. On March 15th, 2022, we are getting the Epic Collection of Legacy Volume 4. This will collect the 18 issues of Legacy 2, which stars Ania Solo. Interestingly enough, this collection also contains the comic Storyteller, which was originally in Star Wars Tales. This short comic seems to take place a long time after the movies, so its inclusion with Legacy 2 seems to bookend the expanded universe timeline. If anything, it feels like an epilogue to the Star Wars universe, and I think in that regard, it's pretty fitting. Also in March, we're getting yet another hardcover omnibus, Empire Volume 1, which contains many post-Order 66 Darth Vader-oriented comics, like Purge, Dark Times, Darth Vader and the Lost Command, Darth Vader in the Ghost Prison, and more. In May, we're getting a Thrawn Trilogy box set, which contains all 3 books. If you somehow haven't bought the Thrawn Trilogy yet, you can now get the whole trilogy collected together. Sometime next summer, we're getting yet another hardcover omnibus, New Republic Volume 1, which contains Mara Jade by the Emperor's Hand, Shadows of the Empire Evolution, the Old Republic comic series, and more. This was announced on the Near Mint Condition YouTube channel on October 8th. Also announced by Near Mint Condition, we will be getting 4 new Epic collections from May through August 2022. First is Tales of the Jedi Volume 2. This collection will contain the first half of the Tales of the Jedi comic run, which hasn't been collected in omnibus format since the White Dark Horse books from 2007 and 2008, which go for absurd prices online. So this is really good news for a lot of people that have been waiting for this since the Epic Collections first started in 2015. Next is the Clone Wars Volume 4, which continues to collect issues of Star Wars Republic and concludes with Revenge of the Sith. This collection also contains Son of Dathomir, which is pretty hotly debated on whether it's just part of the new canon, or if it's considered both new canon and Legends, much like the movies and TCW. Its inclusion in this Epic Collection really seems to suggest that this comic run falls under both canons. If you have any opinions on this, please leave a comment down below. After that, it's Empire Volume 7. And like the Blood Ties Omnibus, this Epic Collection also contains several Boba Fett-oriented storylines. In fact, there seems to be a lot of crossover between the same stories showing up in both collections. It seems pretty strange how close together the release dates of these 2 books are since they were going to do this. If you're a collector, I recommend carefully studying which stories show up in either of the books, and buy one or the other. It seems like kind of a waste of money buying both of them. And finally, we have the Epic Collection Menace Revealed Volume 3, which contains several issues of Star Wars Republic, many issues dealing with fan-favorite Quinlan Vos, the Jedi Quest comic, the Jango Fett comic, and the Sam Wessel comic. So yeah, a lot of reprinted Legends comic news. If there was enough from that long list of releases that look good to you, please let me know. Does it still bother you that, like Volume 1, the Insider Fiction Collection Volume 2 contains Disney canon? Are you at all interested in these hardcover Star Wars omnibuses that Marvel has started doing? Or are you going to stick with the Epic Collections? I'm curious to know what all your thoughts are. Please let me know in the comment section below.